and 1-866-6775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots, you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. A very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest. I guess being that Kathleen has been here before, we better get our theme song for repeating guests. Now, at least you remember it. There are people that don't remember it. Okay. So, welcome back. Kathleen Garito is in the house.
Hey, great to be here.
Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Now, I'm confused today. I mean, it's early in the morning here as we record. I know if you're listening to us on ABC News and Talk, it's early in the evening. But today's National Hot Dog Day. Now, why would we celebrate National Hot Dog Day on the third Wednesday of July? Doesn't it seem like that should be on July 4th? Right? I mean, it's not like anyone's going out there and having a hot dog eating contest today, are they? I think that guy from Nathan's, he's probably still full from the 4th of July. How many did he eat this year? You know, that's a massive amount. I don't know about National Hot Dog Day. National Be Someone Day, as opposed to Be No One Day. I don't know that one. So again, as you know, I have beaten anorexia. Don't get upset with me, those of you that are suffering. But here it is. I will go with this one. Today is National... That drum roll's a little long today. National Junk Food Day. National Junk Food Day. So we can go with that one. Tomorrow's Mango Day, so I'm not a big fan of mangoes, so we're not going to go on there. But, hey, for those of you that are into the celebrations, and I am, July 24th. You know we're celebrating on July 24th? Now, this one here, you can't miss this one because, well, if you celebrate too much, you're going to definitely miss it, or at least you won't remember it. Because July 24th is actually National Tequila Day. So we know what we're going to be doing on Saturday, don't we? So that's National Tequila Day, July 24th. I know of some pretty good tequilas. And once you do that, well, then you might as well go to Sunday, and it's National Hot Fudge Sunday Day. That's the one we're looking forward to. Let's move right along because I can't talk about food all day. It's not a food show. But hey, let's take a look at this one. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 264 points as I speak to you. Up the S&P 500 up 28. NASDAQ up almost 88. Oil. Well, early in the week, we saw that oil was down $4 a barrel. Today, it's up $3 a barrel. I don't even want to see because you know what happens when oil goes down $4 a barrel? You know what happens to gas prices? Absolutely nothing. When oil goes up $3 a barrel, gas prices go up. I don't know how that works. When it goes down, it doesn't move. When it goes up, it moves right away. But that is the way of our world. So oil prices up $3 a barrel. $70 a barrel of oil right now. $70 a barrel. Yeah, that's painful compared to where we were. Maybe we can ask our friend Wait a second. I don't know if we have any friends, but maybe we can ask them over in OPEC what their thoughts are. Maybe they can help us out a little bit. Just throw that out there. Oil prices. Let's see if I can find some numbers on oil here. Where is the oil numbers for a year? Do we want to know what the oil prices were a year ago? Anybody want to hear what that one is? $41.60 a barrel a year ago. And now we're looking at $70 a barrel. Wouldn't you have liked to have invested in oil at that time? I just throw that out there. What else is going on in the world of news right now? We don't want to get, I keep getting yelled at. A lot of people don't like the fact that I talk about the political news. So, hey, how about that cost of living increase? Can we talk about that one? The cost of living increase. Some people likely to know about that. That's good for our seniors. What is a cost of living increase? Well, the cost of living increase is basically the amount of money, inflation, but it's what helps our seniors. That changes what their income is going to be from their Social Security. So the cost of living increase for 2022, you ready for this one? 5.5%. Now, our seniors are going to love that idea, and I don't begrudge our seniors at all because it's been tough for them. When there is no inflation, that cost of living increase they don't get any extra money. Then you see the 10-year Treasury that's down to next to nothing, so that doesn't help them. Right now, we're looking at a 10-year Treasury yield of 1.29, give or take. So that's not good for the seniors. So at least with that cost of living increase, 5.5%. I don't have a chart of the cost of living increases, but my guess is that's probably the biggest one that we've seen in quite some time. So seniors are going to be happy about that. Yeah, that's the Social Security benefits that are coming out there to our seniors. What else is going on in the world? Yeah, well, interest rates, we're still watching. Those have been very, very volatile, almost as volatile as the stock market. But remember, and we've been talking to you about this quite a bit, don't wait too long if you're thinking about doing that home refinance. If you're thinking about buying a new home, I'd be looking at that right away because August is coming sooner than you think, unless you think it's in 9 days, right? But I digress, 10 days. But I digress, right? When the Federal Reserve meets at their Jackson Hole meeting, would not surprise me at all to see them talk about stopping the tapering or start tapering as far as what they're buying in mortgage-backed securities, 10-year treasuries. If they do that, it could pose a bit of a problem because the market didn't like it the last 2 or 3 times when they've tried to stop buying mortgage-backed securities. The market has not been too excited about that. Interest rates took a big jump. Do you think that's going to happen again? Well, a lot of the people that are really smart think so, right? So we heard that from the Mortgage Bankers Association, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the National Association of Realtors, Chapman University. All these places are coming out saying they expect an increase in interest rates. Okay, well, you know something? Maybe you've got a better crystal ball than they do. I'm just throw that out there. Maybe your crystal ball works better than theirs. I'm going to just say that here's the issue. If you're thinking about refinancing, you're saying, well, I want to wait for interest rates to go lower. Okay, maybe you're right. At last week, the interest rates came out at 2.98% was the Freddie Mac number, 2.98. How much lower do you think they're going to go? Now, on average, interest rates average about 8.25%. That's the average for about 30 years, 8.25%. So do you think there's more likelihood of interest rates going up or interest rates going down? Here's the benefit for you, though. If you take action and buy your first home, buy your next home, and if you missed our seminar yesterday, our workshop, New Home Buyer Workshop, got a lot of good reviews on that. We're going to do it again. But if you missed that, here's the issue. You buy a new house now, you get today's valuations. I don't think that property values are going to drop. They might correct a little bit, but they're not going to drop just because of supply and demand. There is a lot of demand out there, still not a lot of supply. I told you yesterday, new housing starts, right? So the permits were down, starts were up, completions down 60%. Down 60% in completion. So yeah, they start them. I don't know what they do with them after they start them because they're not completing them. Down 60%, yet people are still wanting to buy houses. Basic Economics 101, supply and demand. There's not enough supply for the demand of properties. We're living longer and young people are getting older. That's pretty common. That happens all the time. So we're going to continue with having a demand for the property. So valuations should continue to increase. Now we see interest rates increase, but people still have to buy a house. They don't have a choice. So they just have to buy a cheaper house, but they're going to still be buying houses. So you need to take action now. Here's the beauty of it. Here's the kicker. If I'm wrong, if Freddie Mac is wrong, if Fannie Mae is wrong, if the National Association of Realtors is wrong, if Chapman University is wrong, could happen. All of them could be wrong. If interest rates drop, you're not locked in, right? You can restructure that home loan and correct the issue. And yeah, it will cost you a little bit of money to do a new home loan, but over the course of time, does it matter, right? Do you realize that if you save $100 a month on your mortgage, I know a lot of people talk about, well, oh, Ron, you got to save 0.5%, or you have to save a full percentage point. What does $100 a month do? That's $36,000 over the life of the loan, $36,000. What could you do with that? Well, if you were on our seminar yesterday, I showed you that you could put that against your new mortgage and save $27,000, or you could invest it in a very, very safe and secure investment vehicle at 6% and turn it into $109,000. Or you could put it into a life insurance policy that's averaged 8% over the last 30 years and turn it into $150,000. $100 a month could turn into $150,000. Now, maybe that doesn't mean anything to you. I mean, to me, $100 a month, that's still meaningful. If I find $100, if I walk down the street and there's a $100 bill sitting there in the middle of the sidewalk, I don't know whose it is. Yeah, I'm going to pick it up. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you'll just walk over it. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, interior design, we're going to talk about it on a worldwide basis now. We used to just talk in a local sense, but now we're going to talk worldwide. Wow, bi-coastal. We're going to talk more about that. How about remote work? Yeah, it's changed our home needs. Is it time for your home to change too? And yes, we do have a featured home brought to you by myfavouritelender.net. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Building your future wealth starts now. Take action and put your money to work for you instead of working for your money. Are you sitting on $100,000 of home equity? Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Blue Water Credit Repair is the industry leader in fixing bad credit. Did you know a 40-point increase in your credit score can save you $40,000 on a home loan and $4,000 on a car loan? You deserve good credit and peace of mind. Take the first step today and go to bluewatercredit.com and register for a free consultation from one of their credit repair experts. That's bluewatercredit.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com. Are you a military veteran, first responder, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, then you're a Ron Siegel VIP hero and you may qualify for rewards up to $5,000 to $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with a Ron Siegel radio partner. As a valued VIP hero, you receive special savings, rebates, and valuable discounts. Learn more by calling me, Ron Siegel, at 1-800-306-1990 or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. It's just our way of saying thank you.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Dow Jones now up 266 points. NASDAQ, it's up 85.5 points. The S&P 500 up 30 points. 10-year Treasury, this is fascinating to me. The 10-year Treasury right now is up 9 basis points. Yes, I am a statistical nerd, so I'm going to tell you why it's fascinating. Mortgage-backed securities down 31 basis points, which means interest rates are up. Why do I say that it's fascinating to see that the 10-year Treasury is up 9 basis points? Well, the fascination to me is, where did it stop when it went up? That's the thing that I look at, because when there's not a whole lot of news in the marketplace, what do we look at? Well, we look at the charts, see what the charts are telling us. Well, when I look at the charts, where do you think that 10-year Treasury chart says a level of support, a level of resistance on there? Yeah, almost exactly where we are right now. So again, in the absence of news, we do look at what's going on the charts, and that's just what I'm looking at right now, and looking at I know you don't want to get into the stochastics and everything else that we lunatics do look at, but hey, we look at it anyway, so you don't have to. Now, why is this happening? Well, the Mortgage Bankers Association released their mortgage application data for the week ending July 16, showing that overall application volume decreased by 4%. Applications to purchase a home were down 6%. Refinances decreased by 3%. But remember, I told you this last week, or I told you, maybe it was earlier this week that I shared with you, that because of the change from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and getting rid of that adverse market fee, and I don't know where the adverse market was, but that's going to take a big change this week. So I expect we'll see numbers to be significantly different this week. Just throw that out there for you. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990. So we like to chat a little bit about something I know absolutely nothing about, which some people say that's a lot of things that I know absolutely nothing about. But hey, you know something? One of the things, and I'm going to say it's a teaching moment, right? I'll share this with you. When you know that you don't know, and there's something you need to know, then what you need to know is who does know it. Sounds like a pretty good circle there, doesn't it? It does. Right? So I don't know a thing about interior design, but Kathleen Garito knows all about it. Welcome.
Thank you.
So what's going on in the world of interior? First off, what's going on with you? I mean, we haven't seen you here in a while.
I know. Well, we've been kind of busy. I've always had a dream of having 2 offices bi-coastal, one on the West Coast, one on the East. And so in a few weeks, we're going to open up our first East Coast office. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're super excited. Yeah.
So we'll have to have you on via our video bridge.
I'd love that. And I'll be out here every couple of months working with clients.
So anything new in the world of interior design, or is it all just ho-hum?
No, we are so inundated with work between remodels of master baths, kitchens, and people just wanting to refresh. The last year and a half they've been at home. We have to, kind of work around where their jobs are taking them. Most of them are still at home working. And so we're just reconfiguring spaces so that the house feels beautiful and wonderful and people can still work at home and have that privacy.
Do you think that's going to hold up, or is that concept, is that done now?
I don't think it's done. I really don't. I know a lot of people that work for major companies and they're still at home, and some are indefinite at this point. A lot of my clients are relocating, just because the beauty is they can still do their work at home. So it doesn't matter what state they work in.
So I know that in the we've watched a lot of inflation. Obviously, auto inflation is the biggie that we see. Mm-hmm. We saw a huge inflation in lumber, and shortages of chips, not Lay's potato chips, the other type, right? But is that impacting the interior design world? Yeah, it is. Sometimes our cabinets are on back order, the lumber that we need. Clients had a specific budget to do a bathroom or a kitchen, and sometimes that is increased by 30 to 40 or 50%. Wow. Because of the lumber and because of all the products. We're getting hit with different service charges and deliveries. Because surplus charge, exactly. So things are going up, and so where that client had a $30,000 budget, they have to move that to like $45,000, $50,000 to do like a kitchen or a bath. So we're hearing in the markets and from the Federal Reserve that these things are transitory. That's not going to stay. If I'm thinking about doing my bathroom, am I better off doing that now or waiting? Do you think it's going to get cheaper, or is it going to continue to go up? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I usually can say, you know what, I say wait it out. It's kind of like the housing market, wait it out, with pricing. But as far as cost right now, I just see it going up. It's like if you need something done tomorrow, it's not going to be done, meaning if you need your house furnished or you're trying to get ready for the holidays, I'm seeing 12 to 24 week lead times on furniture. So wow. My clients have been very patient. They're not in a rush. They understand what's going on in the world today, and that design is going to be a process and it's going to take time. So normally I could get a client done, I don't know, in a couple of weeks or maybe up to 6 weeks because I can get furnishing. And now we're talking 3 to 4 months per project, or maybe even 6 months. Yeah. That becomes challenging. So if you're contemplating doing a home design for July 4th next year, now might be a good time to to get started. Yeah, that's amazing that you're looking at that far out. Now, again, I know very little about designing, and I have no taste. My wife will tell you that for sure. Mm-hmm. But what do you think that things will change? I mean, I noticed when I used to be in the import-export business, at the beginning of every year, we got new colors that were the colors of the year. Right. And they generally started over in France and went to Hong Kong, and then we would get them over here. Mm-hmm. Do you think that if somebody were to go out and order something now, will the color du jour be different by then? Is that a concern that I would have? I don't think so. I know the way that I design is very neutral. So meaning like furnishing, I keep very neutral, not trendy, unless somebody's just adamant about doing something trendy, which then could have a shorter life. I tend to kind of see color out there a year to 2 years out because I follow Italy, or, their color palettes are always a year to 2 years out from where we get it. So if you're following that stuff, I usually create a very neutral palette with furniture, and then the art and the accessories have that pop of color that might last a few years, but you can easily change those out if the style changes or the color palettes change. So what does neutral mean when it comes to furniture? So I look at some of the pictures online of various properties, and as long as it's a professional picture, I'll look at it. If it's somebody that did it with an iPhone, or it's all dirty in the house, I just skip to the next one. That's just my personal preference. Right. But I see some houses that you see a lot of chrome and a lot of glass, and then you see other houses that are a lot of woods and things that I would expect the Queen of England to have. Are both of those considered neutral, or is one something different than neutral?
No, I think they are. What I mean by neutral is like your sofas, your chairs, using either, I don't want to use the word brown because that brings us back to the 80s, but more like oatmeals or taupes or just lighter colors like whites. They're doing a lot of whites and creams.
Okay.
And then popping it with the color, not doing a, bright blue sofa because you might get tired of it over time. But if you do something neutral, you could just switch out the accessories on it.
Okay. So now again, I'm naive here. When you say about popping it or is that like the pillows? Is that what you're talking about?
Like it could be pillows. It could be a throw.
Okay.
It could be pieces of art. It could be accessories that you pop those colors in.
So being somewhat thrifty, my idea would be that, you get that neutral sofa and it's probably cheaper to get a new rug below it or pillows than to replace the sofa.
Exactly. That's why I do the neutral palettes in furniture so that it's long lasting. It's 10 years, it's 15 years. And the accessories are so minimal. You go to Home Goods or somewhere like that, and you can get things cost effective and not feel like you're having to switch things out for $20,000. You're just spending a few hundred on accessories.
So when we come back, I'm going to talk to Kathleen a little bit about boredom, right? Is that something that we have to worry about? So, and I've got my own set of questions for that. So don't go laughing at me because of my ignorance here. But, I want to chat about this. If it's going to last 10 or 15 years, am I going to get bored with it? So we're going to talk to Kathleen about that when we come back. We've also got a featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, and remote work has changed our home needs. Is it time to change your home? We'll find out about that as well. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
What's your plan to beat inflation and protect and build your future wealth? If you're not sure, and if you would like to learn the secret of building wealth by utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you own a luxury home or planning to purchase one? If so, your home may be your largest asset, but your mortgage may also be your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team is offering amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates in the 3%, and 15-year rates in the 2s. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com or call me directly. My number is 800-306-1990. Licensed under NMLS 217037. Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. The digest will tell you exactly what the county recorder knows about your property and what the market believes about your property. All done with a single email every single month right to you about your property. Remote work has changed our home needs. Is it time for your home to change too? Over the past year, many homeowners realized what they need in a home is changing, especially with the rise in remote work. If you're longing for a dedicated home office or a change in scenery, now may be the time to find the home that addresses your evolving needs. Working from home isn't a passing fad. Before the pandemic, only 21% of individuals worked from home. However, if you've recently discovered remote work is your new normal, you are not alone. A survey of hiring managers conducted by Statista and Upwork projects 37.5% of U.S. workers will work remotely in some capacity over the next 5 years. If you are watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our social channels, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're seeing a chart right now. Remote work over the next 5 years, 62.5% not remote, 22.9% fully remote, 14.6% partially remote. And I don't know if this takes into account the Delta variant or not. I don't know about that. Working from home gives you more flexibility and more options. If you fall in that category, working from home may provide you with opportunities you didn't realize you had. The ongoing rise in remote work means a portion of the workforce no longer needs to be tied to a specific area for their job. Instead, it gives those workers more flexibility when it comes to where they can live. If you're one of the nearly 23% of workers who will remain 100% remote, you have the option to move to a lower cost of living area or to the location of your dreams. If you search for a home in a more affordable area, you'll be able to get more house for your money, freeing up more options for your dedicated office space and more breathing room. You can also move to an area you've always dreamed of vacationing in, somewhere near the beach, the mountains, or simply an area that features better weather and community amenities without your job tying you to a specific location. You're bound to find your ideal spot. If you're one of the almost 15% of individuals who will have a partially remote or hybrid schedule, relocating within your local area to a home that's further away from your office could be a great choice. Since you won't be going into work every day, slightly longer commute from a more suburban or rural area could be a worthy trade-off for a home with more features, space, and comforts. Bottom line, give us a call, 800-306-1990. Let's set a game plan for you to figure out what's in your best interest, what meets your short and long-term goals. That is the real-time real estate segment. Again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find that dream home before someone else does. Continuing our conversation this morning, Kathleen Garito is in the house with us. We are chatting about interior design. And if you missed our lead-up, you missed a lot. Shame on you. But we're not going to repeat it. You can find that on RonSiegelRadio.com. Go to the radio show and radio archives under that very first tab along the top. And you can see that replay. It will be posted by the end of the day today. But here's the issue. Before we went to the break, Kathleen was sharing about setting up or having a business or a structure, a home structure, a suggestion that's going to last the course of time. And the furniture may last 10, 15 years, or the design might be a 10 to 15-year design. Now, the question I would have, I mean, I could live with the same couch or same easy chair until I fall through the bottom of it. My wife has a little bit different time horizon, right? She wants new and different and refreshed. Is she going to get bored with the same sofa and same design in a short period of time? I know you know my wife, but the bottom line is, does the average person, do they get bored after that time?
I don't think they get bored. Basically, a lot of my clients have had their sofas or their pieces of furniture for a long time. Sometimes it's even like the master bedroom furniture they inherited, or it's meaningful. That's what they bought when they got married. So they don't want to replace it, but by adding that new bedding and maybe switching up the art and changing out some of the lighting fixtures, it gives it a whole new vibe, and you feel like you have all new furniture. I mean, we just did an install on probably 7 rooms yesterday. Most of the things were already existing. We ordered quite a few pieces from Living Spaces because it was more cost effective. And by me moving things from bedroom A downstairs to the living room and switching things out, my client walked in and she was just amazed that this was her house.
Wow.
And I reused a ton of her stuff.
So I might find my bedroom pillow down in the living room.
Maybe.
Right? But that's the concept. I mean, I know I'm being facetious and going overboard, but the concept there is, and that's a big difference between what I hear from a lot of people, and I don't know a whole lot of interior designers, but I do hear on the street. You're actually looking to be more effective of the use of things, not just saying we got to replace everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Because it's amazing what you can repurpose and reuse. You know, even if you get rid of pillows because you don't like the print, keep the insert and just buy the case instead of buying the whole new pillow, you know?
Yeah, I did that, made a mistake there. I didn't know what I was buying. So I just bought, I thought that these, heck, you know, Kathleen, you know, you're gonna laugh because I went online and I went to one of the places that does things for real estate professionals. And you know, I said, okay, well, these backyard pillows are $67 each. And that looks like a pretty good buy. And so I said, okay, let's order 8 of them. And they came in one box. I started scratching my head saying, how can you get 8 pillows in one little box? Didn't realize I was buying cases and not pillows.
Yeah, you have to read the specs.
Read the fine print. Right. So and that's why I shouldn't be doing that stuff in the first place.
That's why sometimes it's good to have a designer, regardless of what your budget. If it's a small budget, hire a designer to consult. If you have a nice size budget, have them hold your hand through the process. It will just avoid so many problems. So many times I get a call, I ordered the sofa, I spent $7,000, it's way too big, you know, or I did the kitchen, I wish I would have rethought this. And just by reworking some of those fine details with a professional helps get that dream kitchen, and you never want to replace anything, you know?
Well, my idea would probably be to say, here's the credit card, here's the budget. See ya. I'm to Hawaii.
Right. And then it's done right. You come back and it's beautiful. Right?
Exactly. That right. And you know something, I share this a lot of times with folks is the concept of, you know, hiring somebody to do what they do well is generally a lot cheaper than trying to do something that you do poorly.
Agreed.
Or you don't do it all.
Right.
I mean, I spoke about this in our workshop last night, the concept of, you know, I don't need a realtor to go buy a house. I probably don't need a mechanic to change the oil in my car. I could do both of them, and they both come out with equally poor results.
Right.
Right. I might end up blowing up the engine of my car. I may not have any oil, and I might forget to. I think there's some screw thing somewhere in there that you have to put the plug back in or something. I'd end up with no oil in the car.
Right.
Right. So why do it in the first place? You know, and then you have to pay double.
Right.
Right. And that's what you were just saying with the couch. So that person that ends up going and spends $7,000 on a couch, my guess, and I'll just throw it to you. My guess is that you can't just return that and get your money back.
No, furniture usually is final sale. That's it. Or they have a restocking fee.
Okay. So $7,000 sofa that doesn't fit in my house. And I go to, and I probably had to wait 3 months to get it, you said, right?
Yeah.
So doesn't fit. On the resale market, can I get $500-$600 for it, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Right? Or you can go to our friends at Patriots and Paws and give it to them, and there's a veteran there that'll be happy to have it.
Right.
Right? But the whole idea there is you're not going to get your money back, and so now you got to do it again.
Right. Yeah.
And are you going to get it right this time, or are you going to call Kathleen? Just throw that out there. Which way are you going to do it? Get it right, or call somebody who knows what they're doing. and pay for the services and get it the first time, because now you got to wait another 3 months to get it.
Exactly. Yep.
So now you're 6 months in and $15,000 into this project.
Right. Which kills me, because for a couple of hours of my time, you could have had all the scales written out for you of exactly the sizes you need to order.
Yeah, that and those are the things that you understand, right? The other thing that I love watching is people that know what they're doing with art, right? Because I just get a hammer and try and not put a hole, too big a hole in the wall,
right?
And then my wife tells me you put it in the wrong spot, right? Or it's crooked,
right?
So I mean, those are all things that the professionals understand, and get it done right the first time.
Yep.
So how are you going to do this on a bi-coastal basis?
Okay, so through COVID, the last year and a half, a lot of us had to learn to do things remotely. And I always thought I had to be in homes and I had to be in shops to go shop for things. But what it's taught us, and I should have learned my first lesson years ago, was I was able to actually rebrand a company in Shanghai. And we did that remotely. I did floor plans. I sent it to them. They wake up in the morning. They had everything. I selected all the materials. And the place came out amazing. COVID hits, and I'm now working with clients throughout the United States doing consults via Zoom, or they'll send me photos. I'll tell them what to change. And I have clients right now up in Berkeley. I initially went up there. We did measurements and floor plans. And now we have ordered 90% of the furniture. The furniture will be in October, November, and I'll go back up and style out the house, receive all the furniture, and the house will be done. So there's so much nowadays, everything's online, that it's so easy to be able to design a home, even if I'm 3,000 miles away.
How do you do the measurements? I mean, now I get it in Berkeley, how you may have, don't get there with that, right? Berkeley, you may have a different issue, but how do you measure the living room with being that far away?
So clients will either send me floor plans, or I'll go out for an initial visit to do the floor plan.
So, I know that I guess there's some things out there where you can actually take a picture of something and it comes out to scale. Does that work?
I don't do that, because you have to measure all the molding and stuff and the casing, which is important, because a ½ inch can make a big difference in a small home.
Absolutely. Size matters. I'm just going to a different story right there. We're going to get back with Kathleen Garito when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate and current events. When we come back, Featured Home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Program, building personal wealth is a topic you're familiar with, and you probably understand that making money is about creating a high income from a high-paying job or running a business, while building wealth, on the other hand, is about creating a stock of value that goes up over time. You've also probably noticed lately that prices for fuel, groceries, and raw materials are skyrocketing, while your monthly income remains flat. Welcome to Inflation 101. One of the fastest growing wealth building strategies is utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, like the equity in your home. Realty Pro 100 has been helping people like you increase their net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 per year. Now's the time to put your money to work for you and beat inflation. Learn more and start building your wealth by contacting Realty Pro 100. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Receive free information on how the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program works and if it's the right wealth building strategy for you. License DRE 02059058.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments, paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, myfavoritelender.net, 1564 West Wakefield Avenue, Anaheim, 92802. 3 bedrooms, a full bathroom, and 3/4 of another bathroom. The crown jewel of Walnut Estates makes its debut after 30-plus years. Interesting. Looking at some of the pictures here on there. Its listing is by Drew Fomai. Drew Fomai. He is the One First Team Real Estate. He's got this listing. Let's look at some pricing options here. $840,000 is the $849,000. I better get it right. List price on this. 5% down. You're looking at $3,400 a month. If we go with 20% down, we're looking at $2,864 a month. 25% down, strategically speaking, we're looking at $2,558 a month. Interesting. Now, that is principal and interest only. You have to add your taxes, your home or hazard insurance. There are no HOA dues on this. If there's any mortgage insurance, that's all in addition. And for those of you keeping score, and I know you compliance people do because we get watched all the time, APR of 3.335, APR 3.05, and an APR of 2.833, NMLS 217037. I love this. It looks like a pretty nice looking property. Obviously, nice pavers in the front yard or the front driveway, not the front yard. Looks like a pretty nice property. Again, 3 bedrooms, 1 full bathroom, and another 3/4 of a bathroom. I don't know how that adds up, but I don't. But it looks like a nice property. You want more information? All the information that I don't know about it? Well, Drew knows it, so call him. Give me a call at 800-306-1990. I'll put you in touch with Drew. And we are continuing our conversation. Kathleen Garito is in the house. We're talking about interior design, something I know very little about, but don't blame the teacher, right? Because almost everything I know about interior design has come from Kathleen. Don't blame the teacher. The pupil is not very good.
It's okay.
As long as, but you know something, I know how to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Right. So that's all that it takes. But no, we may not be able to find you now that you're going to be bi-coastal.
Oh, you'll find me.
Right. So it's interesting. During the break, we were chatting about how your business has really changed, where it was so much of a in-person to how it's really gone. And it's kind of like the real-time real estate story, where even in interior design, it's gone remote.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I still do face-to-face, and I'll still go in and measure and walk through stuff. But most of my stuff is online or maybe even Zoom calls now. I don't even need to meet at the property, to meet at their home.
That's pretty nice when you can get that kind of expertise, and it's like a double-edged issue. Those people, your clients may have had other people, right? So you've done so much business in Southern California, right? And they may have friends on the East Coast, or they may have friends in the Northeast or Midwest, and they didn't know how to have somebody with your expertise help their friends. Now they can do that.
Absolutely.
Now, is there a difference between what we would want to have interior design-wise in Southern California as opposed to maybe something in Boston or Florida or Chicago?
Yeah, styles are different. I'm originally from the East Coast, so I just remember most homes like my mom's or my aunt's or my cousins, it's more hand-me-downs, more traditional, where, California just has that coastal lightness about how we do our homes and styles.
Am I the only one who's remembers when you talk about the hand-me-downs? Like my grandmother's furniture was pristine because it always had some sort of a cover on it.
Oh, or plastic?
Yeah, plastic, and the sheets don't want it to get dirty.
Right.
Grandma, it's 40 years old. Don't worry about it by now.
Right. And we've gotten over that because my whole thing is I want comfortable, and I want you to live in your house and not be there with a sponge trying to, clean sofas and stuff. We'll get durable fabrics. It's not like that anymore. It just is more casual, more laid back. Is how I see California. And I think on the East Coast, we need to see a more beach coastal lightness, to homes versus the whole Art Deco, Miami,
Don Johnson.
Yeah. I think because I'm all about the way you live in your house. It should be light. It should be beautiful. You should feel like you're away in a retreat. Our lives right now are so crazy in the last year and a half, 2 years. Right. And we want to come home and just be at peace. We want to sit down, read a book, or whatever we're doing. We want to feel good in that space.
I've shared with, and maybe you're this way too. I don't know if what your thoughts are, but I told Mindy when we first got married that, okay, the only thing I care about in furniture is it's got to be something that when I get home from work, I can put my feet up on the counter.
Yeah.
Not on the counter, on the table, coffee table, whatever. Right. Other than that, do whatever you want. Am I unique, or do you hear that a lot?
No. A lot of my clients' husbands or even the wives, depends what they do. They're on their feet all the time. They're running around. They just want to come home and relax.
Right.
So they want some kind of recliner. They want some kind of maybe sectional with a recliner just so that they can kick back and relax.
I'm not into that museum look.
I'm not into it either. Yeah. I like casual, comfortable.
So something I bet is new to you from when you got started in the industry. And I wonder how this plays in is having to have a wire at every seat. Is that common?
What do you mean?
Like a charger so you can plug in your phone or plug in your iPad.
Oh, yeah. And
in the middle of the sofas.
And it's like now even the nightstands even have that in the back.
Okay.
There's lights, lights that you just put on a nightstand.
Right.
That have all of that. Yeah. So they love when all of that's connected.
Yeah, because I'm a tech nerd. I admit it. Right. So you think about this and you look, there's always a wire.
Well, it's like building kitchens now, right? So I have like large families and they have like all their iPods, everything just all over the place. And
charging station
is what we create. And we create it like in a drawer so you don't see it, like in a cabinet
that's nice.
Space. Yeah. So it's all hidden, or we'll do like a built-in desk with the whole kitchen area and the charging station's right there, but it's not all over the counter.
So you pull out the drawer and it used to be a spices in there and now you've got charging stations.
Right. Because if you have a family of 2, 3, 4, I mean, you're talking 2 to 3, right?
2 to 3 gadgets every person.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
You got an iPad or 2 and you've got a phone. And if you're really important, I'm not, you get 2 phones.
Right. Even the outlets now, you can put your charging stations in your outlets. So that's kind of fun to do that. So this way you
still have to have the boxes. You still have to have the cable.
Yeah, you do.
I used to have some cables here that I could give away to people, but I don't know. We lost them somehow. But they've got a charger that's got one USB and then 3 or 4 different ends on it. Right. That's just the way the world anymore. So that's a whole new different. I could just see it. The coffee table of the future has an iPad stand on it. Right. I used to have a vase, but now I've got an iPad stand. And you know something? I would love that just because you can have your kids and your grandkids pictures streaming through there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they even have coffee tables that turn into desks. So I don't know if you've ever seen them where the top pulls up and
Oh.
out, which is kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And for small spaces and you can't put that desk in there, you have now, you can put your laptop.
I could
and
ever
stuff.
get rid of this protrusion in front of me. I could actually put a desk there instead of using that as a computer stand, right? I mean, that's the whole idea right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're coming up with more and more creative.
So we only got about 30 seconds left. What's the new and exciting things in interior design? Other than weight, is there anything that's really coming out that you're seeing, from Italy that's on the horizon that we can say they heard it first here?
I think the biggest thing right now is a lot of my homes that I'm working on are homes that were like Tuscan and all of that, and we're just getting minimalist, super clean. We're going with white walls. We're going with like light taupe walls, getting out of the kind of the gray issue, the grays, more into taupes and warm colors, and just lightening homes up. People are getting rid of the clutter. They're feeling better when they get rid of all that stuff and just keeping things very minimal in the homes.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff. Well, we're going to be fun to watch as Kathleen goes bi-coastal, and we get to chat with her locally and online. Well, good luck on this whole new process for you.
Thank you.
And as always, we ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean, easy for me to say, who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.